Alright, for the last few months, I've been tracking updates about Comet 3i Atlas, as has everybody else, unless you've been living under a vacuum, in a vacuum, whatever you've been doing. I've got three things to raise, 3 points. Number one, I've looked at the publications on the comet and have analysed the data about the luminosity and colour of Comet 3i Atlas. Number two, I've noticed that music in the form of urban and contemporary rap music genres can be extracted from the dataset I was looking at. Number three, I started to write this music down using modern studio software, and well, here we are.
Yes, right. This process wouldn't be complete until I capture the second video I received. First of all, those of you who are disturbed by numerology and recurrence numbers, you're in the wrong crowd. Excuse yourself, cough once and leave. All right? So I'm wearing a different costume for this. I try to be consistent. Different costume because I believe that the rapture video, which stopped on 4.44, was actually a second signal or a modulated version of the first one. The first signal happened on the 17th of November 2024. I said September last time. And it was around 14:45:59 the time, and that was moving at 4.44. But the second video, which is the rapture video, that one happened hold on, they're playing with my shit as well. That one happened on the 26th of October 2025, and I think it was moving on a different setting, if you like. Let me start the tune first of all. I'm still having fun. So I'm not gonna be proper spiritual with it. I'm still in the bar. Only joking. So let's get on with it. Right. So I was talking to you about the video that I received, in regards to this topic. Right. We try and play it. There's some gremlin playing with my
person that told us there's a 444 thing.
Some gremlin playing with it.
2332. That's where the video.
Right. The video stopped there. That's the video. The video was I think how many seconds? 13 seconds long. So for a whole of 13 seconds the video was stuck on 4.44 out of 23.32, which is palindromic. Not sure what's playing with my shit, but here we are. If you move forward with it, you can see the time reducing. For a whole 18 seconds the video was stuck on 4.44 for the whole duration. And you can see the pause button, so which means it's on play. And with 4 seconds to go, it started playing again. So this video was the second one I got. The first one was for the 4BK Forbidden Knowledge channel, which froze. I think it was 24:24. out of 122.11, something like that. So, but that video was running on 4.44. Yeah. So what I noticed, starting from that video, I connected the dots and I found other moments in my life, other calamities, if you like. Those are the things that stick out. Other calamities that matches with the 4.44 multiples. I subsequently, after finding this one, I found the 10th multiple 4.44 for the B2K video was the New Year's Day 2025. For that, New Year's Day is a special day. That in itself is special. But there was also the moon and some I don't know if it's a cluster or a star itself. It's a cluster, yeah. The moon was in conjunction with the cluster M44. Which is called the beehive cluster. M44. Which was visible in the night sky. I see. So I went on to match the 10th 444 to different dates. Yeah, the 10th 444 from the 30th of April gave you something significant, gave you the next thing that was significant. And the 10th 444 from the sprained ankle incidents gave you something else that was significant. The next significant event, which happened after perihelion and perigee, yeah, was the dimming of the lights. Yeah, these events from the 4BK to the sprained ankle happened before perihelion, but the dimming lights, yeah, the fall of my finger and the rapture video happened after perihelion. Yeah, that's why I think that was the second signal. The first of these events after just 3 days before perihelion was the rapture video, and then after that was the fall of my finger, then the dimming of the light goes the other way. So, but from the 4BK video, 4 of these, yeah, the 10th 4.44 was significant. The 10th, remember I said 10, yeah. So I'm thinking, what's 4.44 times 10? That's 44.4. But 4.44, I was doing that in days. Yeah. If you go every 44.4 days, you won't have many readings in a year then. You'll be lucky to get 10. More like 8. So you want more readings. The more readings there are, the more accurate the result. Imagine trying to draw a curve that looks like that with 5 points. You might have one there, one there, one there, one there. Can you join them together to make the original sine wave? No, you can't. But if you get 100 points, you'll be able to deduce the shape of that. So you have to choose a factor, a multiplier that can give you a large set of data points for you to develop a shape. So 4.44, I multiplied it by 10, I got 44.4, but I couldn't do that in days, so I done it in the next unit down, which is hours. So now, if I do 44.4 and I do it in hours, that's what I think the second signal was modulated to. The first signal, you can find the events using 4.44 days. The second one, you find it using 44.4 hours. Do you see the modulation that's taking place? Yeah, it's either a second signal, yeah, or it's a modulated fast one. So let's see, let's check. That one I later found out from the inspiration I got by considering my finger video and setting. So, but the first date that stands out when I used 44.4 hours on the rapture video, it predicted when the 4 was to appear on my finger. Yeah, the 4 appeared on my finger on the 23rd of 11, 2025. And the 15 multiple of 44.4 from the 26th of October 25 is, in terms of hours, is the 23rd of November, which is the same day that that 4 appeared on my hand. Yeah, you see it there. The timing was a bit off. I think it was off by 15 hours. Yeah, 13 hours then. But it's the same day. I don't know. Maybe I done it 13 hours earlier. It did look kind of scarred up. You had scarring. The second date that was important was the magnitude 7 that happened in Alaska. Now that date I found considering the 4 on my finger, just to see if it matched that. So that was also a hit on the rapture video. So by the time I got the rapture video, I could have predicted when I was going to get that 4 on my finger, and then I would have been able to predict when that magnitude 7 was going to happen in Alaska. That's what this means. So, further on, the next thing that I also noticed that you can get by using 44.4 on that was that it also gave you the perigee of 3i Atlas, which was the 19th of December 2025. Yeah, as you can see, 19th. Let me put these ones a bit centralized, yeah, so that they can be seen properly and that. So 19th of December is there, yeah, and that was the date of perigee for 3i Atlas. You can get that by adding 19 multiples of 44.4 to the date of the 26th of October. 19 multiple, 19th of December, 19th multiple. I will carry on. So, the dimming light. Remember the dimming light video? When the light in my room went dim, yeah? It was like a spotlight in the room rather than a light bulb that fills up the whole room. So that incident, if I was looking at the rapture video, I would have also been able to tell when that would occur. That would occur on the 21st multiple of 44.4. 31st multiple. Yeah. I would have been able to find that I was going to get dimming light incident. Let's move on. Yeah, Venus at superior conjunction is predicted by adding 44.44 hours to the 26th of October and multiplying that by 39 times. And they're also the KP9, the G5 major geomagnetic storm was predicted. That happened at 2100 hours on the 19th of January 2026, and that was the 46th multiple of 44.4 when added to the 26th of October 2025 in hours. And even today, which is the 20th of February 2026, that was predicted too. Today is when I figured out that it has to be 44.4 instead of 4.44, and that's the 63rd multiple of 44.4 hours added to the 26th of October 2025. Even on the 26th of October 2025, I could have looked ahead and I thought, hold on, you might not understand it now, but come the 20th of February 2026, that's when you discover that and figure out what it means. So, all that was predicted. But up to that point, I didn't have this. All I had was a question mark on this date. What is the 10th multiple of 44.4? 44.4 times 10 is 444. We haven't even done 444 yet. We're doing 4.44, 44.4, but the 10th multiple of 44.4 is 444. Yeah. So, when would that occur? That would occur on the 13th of November 2025. Right? So I looked ahead and I went online and I started looking at the major events of the 13th of November 2025. This is what I found. There was an elevated KP index. Yeah, it went up to 7 plus. So, but it had just reached 9 the previous day. Yeah. So this is spaceweatherlive.com that I'm getting those figures from. And there was an elevated KP index. That was something that was in the middle of a G5 storm. But at the tail end of it. Okay. The next things. What were the major astronomical events of the 13th of November 2025, which is the 10th multiple of 44.4 hours when added to the 26th of October 2025. On the 13th of November 2025, a key astronomical event is a close conjunction of Mercury and Mars, with the two planets separated by only 1.2 degrees at 400 UTC. That's another 4. The day also features a waning crescent moon located in the constellation Leo again, with excellent opportunities to observe Uranus and Neptune. What does that all mean? The Mercury-Mars conjunction, Mercury Mag 1.1, passes 1.2 degrees south of Mars Mag 1.5, around 400 hours UTC, appearing very close together in the early morning sky. So in the early morning sky, you see the moon next to Mars, and they were really, really close. They're not really, but from where we're standing, they look really close. That's why, Mercury. You see Mercury next to Mars when it's really, really close. But it'll be in the early morning sky on the 13th. That's a major event anyway. You know about the crescent moon when it's waning. I don't understand why they call it waning. But anyway, that's another story. And that was in Leo. And all kinds of planets were visible. Uranus was out there. Yeah, Jupiter, Saturn were both positioned for good viewing that night. Then there was also a northern Taurid meteor shower was happening then. Yeah. So what else could I deduce from that? I'm just trying to see events that can help me predict the future from that, because the moment we've had with 3i Atlas has been very strange. It's never been so clear on that. Everything seems to be harmonized. There seems to be some secret plan. I don't know. It's not a plan. The frequencies that are produced by natural objects resonate all the time. So the frequencies produced by 3i Atlas as it went through the solar system are gonna resonate through us, and resonate through the planets, and resonate through the atmosphere. And so let me look at the other major events that happened on the 13th of November. I'm still trying to see if it's significant. It's significant. It's been significant for at least 4 of them, 4 different versions of this 4.44. But now we moved on to 44.4 to see the 444. We're going to see what was significant about the 13th of November, which is the 10th multiple of 4.44 hours added to the 26th of October 2025. The 13th, the 10th. Yeah. Right. What other major events were happening in the world? Let me see if there's anything I can talk about. Don't like talking people business. There was the Gaza war. Their hostages and them ones. Israel settler violence. And then there was Israel settlers set fire to Haja Hamida mosque. Yeah. Hold on. There was the Russo-Ukrainian war. That one's always been going on. Yeah, attacks in Russia during the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Those are global conflict. There was Haitian conflict, 7 gang members killed on that day. Officers also destroyed helicopters that made emergency landing to prevent its capture. Okay. Haitian policeman were killed. I thought it was a Haitian gunman. But anyway, yeah. Even the helicopter got shot down. they don't make bandit like they used to, you know. Okay. Anyway, disasters and accidents. 8 people are killed and 15 others are injured after 2 trucks collide head-on in Pune, Maharashtra, India. 4 people killed after 2 migrant vessels carrying nearly 100 passengers capsized off the coast of Al Homs, Mahub district, Libya. I don't know how to pronounce them ones. 3 people killed and 20 others are reported missing after landslide hit Java, Indonesia. A truck crashes into pedestrians at an outdoor market in Bucheon, Gyeonggi Province, South Korea, killing 2 people and injuring 18 others. There we have a truck crashing into people again. I remember reading that on the previous one I done to this, where I think it was a bus that crashed into protesters. There's something about that. Maybe your mechanical devices become bugged out. Yeah, I saw a video online, I can't remember the exact title of it, but somebody showed that they had a clock, yeah, where the minute was moving in seconds and the second was doing 60 seconds a second. The second would do 60 seconds and the minute would do 1 second every second. Yes. So I'm thinking maybe the mechanical devices was fucked up and that's why they keep running into pedestrians and protesters. That's just mad how they keep doing that. During a training flight, a Sukhoi Su-30 SM crashes. Wow. Prayonetsky district, yeah, in Russia somewhere. 2 crew members are killed. Oh shit. Yeah. And then these are not things that happened on that day, but they got released that day. Yeah. African Centers of Disease Control and Prevention reports 300,000 confirmed and suspected cases of cholera. Shit. That's the highest outbreak in 25 years, more than 30% increase from the previous year. Then there was international relations, you can call it that if you like, but there was Islamabad suicide bombing and that in the Pakistan-Afghan conflict. I can't remember if that. Anyway, these are, I don't talk about global events anyway. Latin America, United States, there was all kinds of tariff imposed. Syria, United Kingdom, relations were formed, I think. Law and crime, let's see if there's anything there. Human trafficking in Spain and them thing. There was a dismantlement of an alleged international network accused of trafficking minors in the Canary Island. 11 people suspected in operation, yeah, were arrested. The aftermath of the July revolution in the Bangladesh thing, yeah, the state of Victoria enacts, the state of Victoria enacts Australia's first treaty with Indigenous peoples, establishing a permanent First Peoples Assembly and Truth-Telling Commission as part of formal state Indigenous governance framework. That's a good thing at least. And then President Samir Suluhu Hassan, yeah. Anyway, she appointed someone to be Prime Minister. Yeah, that's good. Blue Origin launched a spacecraft mission to study Mars' magnetosphere. It's the second launch of Blue Origin's New Glenn launch vehicle and the first successful landing of the vehicle's reusable first stage. Well, that's a milestone in science and technology, I suppose. Yeah, it's a mixed bag. I'm not sure if all those events are good and that, but not all of them are good anyway, but it's a mixed bag. I can't see nothing stands out really, just the usual that was happening at that time. But makes you think, don't it? Yeah, how it's either a modulated signal or it's a completely different one. I'm not quite sure, you know. So, but whenever you get these inspirations, it's you that it was meant for. Yeah, it's me who recorded the freezing time of those videos. Yeah, so the way I think is how we're supposed to know. So the way I'll go into it, it just can't be wrong. If the Lord wanted you to do it, and the way you reason through life, then He would do it. He would have chosen you to have those frozen videos. Yeah. So this is how I thought. This is what I thought of it. This is how I thought of proceeding with it. So if I'm right or wrong, I'll never know. But that's how I'm seeing it. So the 30th of November got filled in, but they're still work in progress though. But just to explain that, we've gone from 4.44 and now we're up to 44.4. Yeah. And if you take the 10th multiple of 44.4, you might as well say that's 444 once. So every 10th multiple of that will be a 444 multiple. So now we're getting down. Maybe that's a clue. Maybe every 10th multiple of that, which is so the next one will be 20. Yeah, 20. Oh, there was an interdimensional scene on that, and the date will be 2nd of December. Maybe it's something that the world was feeling, because I'm getting a remnant, yeah, on the Havana syndrome, which is telling me to search, to do a trend search. Yeah, maybe if I did a trend search, yeah, I might see that maybe that was something that's happening to the people in this world. Yeah, that happened on the 2nd of December 2025. And then I'll look at 30, 40, 50, and those are 444s. That's an idea. I don't know. We don't know how it's gonna turn. Yeah, but that's my take on this one, because I couldn't do this. I couldn't finish this whole set until I cover what the 26th of October was about, and I think we got there now. Yeah. Let me do this bit as I wrap up. Yeah. It's been an eye-opener. Yeah. I never really thought about involving myself in things to do with fours, but oh yeah, there's another anecdote. There was a cricketer called Steve Smith, I think that's what his name was. He also broke his finger on the same day that I sprained my ankle. On the 13th of June, he was at Lord's playing cricket for Australia and them thing. It was his little finger that broke up, and on the back of his shirt he had a 4 and a 9. 49. That's a 4 there. Yeah. Trust me, I've looked everywhere. I'm not gonna miss nothing. Yeah, think about it. Even the word forgive has a 4 in it, right? Forever has a 4 in it. I'm just making up stuff now. Yeah, so whatever link I can make, I'm gonna leave no stone unturned. So I'm just gonna look everywhere, man. You don't have to worry about me missing anything, but I'm only human. You can't really get everything right. That's it. Let me wrap up. Done.